Hey there folks, welcome to another deep dive into the world of finance. Tonight we're diving into the world of corporate accounting, a topic that might sound dry but is actually filled with drama and intrigue. Don't worry, it's more exciting than it sounds. Trust me, you'll be on the edge of your seat. In the early 2000s, some big-shot companies like Enron and WorldCom pulled off some shady accounting tricks. They manipulated their financial statements to appear more profitable than they actually were. They cooked the books, lied to investors, and made off with millions. It was a classic case of corporate greed and deception. Remember those guys? They were like the Bernie Madoffs of their time, pulling off massive frauds that left a trail of financial ruin. These scandals were huge. They shook Wall Street to its core, causing stock prices to plummet and investors to panic. People lost their life savings, and trust in corporations went down the drain. The public was outraged, demanding justice and accountability. Something had to be done. The government couldn't just stand by and watch. Lawmakers knew they needed to act swiftly to prevent future scandals. They needed to restore confidence in the markets and reassure investors that their money was safe. So in 2002, Congress passed the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, or SOX for short. This landmark legislation aimed to overhaul corporate governance and financial practices. It was named after Senator Paul Sarbanes and Representative Michael Oxley, who were instrumental in crafting the bill. They were the lawmakers who spearheaded the bill, working tirelessly to ensure it would bring about real change and prevent future corporate fraud. SOX was a game-changer, folks. It fundamentally altered the landscape of corporate governance and financial practices in the United States. It was like a referee finally showing up to a game that had been running wild with no oversight. The financial world had descended into chaos, and SOX brought much-needed order. It introduced a whole bunch of new rules to keep corporations in check, ensuring transparency and accountability. First off, SOX made it clear that CEOs and CFOs are personally responsible for their company's financial statements. They can't just pass the blame to someone else anymore. No more passing the buck. This accountability is crucial for investor confidence. SOX also created the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, or PCAOB. This was a major step forward. This independent body oversees the audits of public companies, ensuring that they are conducted with integrity and accuracy. They make sure those audits are on the up and up, leaving no room for shady practices. The act also beefed up whistleblower protections, which is a big deal. Employees who report corporate fraud are shielded from retaliation, encouraging more people to come forward. And to top it all off, SOX brought in stiffer penalties for corporate fraudsters. The consequences are now much more severe. We're talking serious jail time, folks. This has made corporate executives think twice before engaging in fraudulent activities. SOX didn't just punish bad behavior. It also encouraged companies to clean up their act. The act pushed for better corporate governance. That means having independent directors on the board, strengthening audit committees, and promoting ethical behavior. These changes were all about restoring trust in corporate America. Investors needed to know that companies were playing by the rules, and you know what? It worked. After SOX, investor confidence gradually returned. SOX under scrutiny, criticisms, and ongoing debate. SOX has been a topic of heated discussion since its inception. Now, SOX isn't without its critics. Many professionals in the business world have voiced their concerns over the years. Some say it's too costly, especially for smaller companies. The compliance costs can be overwhelming, making it difficult for these businesses to thrive. Others argue that it's too bureaucratic and stifles growth. The layers of regulations can sometimes feel like a maze, hindering innovation and agility. There's also the argument that SOX hasn't completely eliminated corporate fraud. Despite the stringent measures, some fraudulent activities still slip through the cracks. And you know what? They're right. No system is foolproof, and there will always be challenges to overcome. There will always be bad apples who try to game the system. These individuals are constantly looking for loopholes and ways to exploit the system. But here's the thing. SOX isn't a magic bullet. It's a tool. And like any tool, it has its limitations. It's an ongoing process, folks. We need to continuously evaluate and refine our approaches. We need to keep talking about corporate accountability and transparency. These discussions are crucial for the evolution of our financial systems. We need to adapt and improve SOX to meet new challenges. The business landscape is always changing, and our regulations must evolve with it. SOX still relevant in today's financial world. So, there you have it, the Sarbanes-Oxley Act in a nutshell. It was a response to some pretty egregious corporate scandals. It brought in tougher rules, increased oversight, and promoted better corporate governance. Has it been perfect? No. But SOX has undoubtedly made a difference. It's made our financial markets safer and more transparent. And that, my friends, is something worth fighting for. That's our show for today. Until next time, stay informed, stay skeptical. If you find this video useful, click that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.